I see parents driving cars with their kids in the car and they beat the traffic. I mentioned something to a leader because I always say that, yes, you're a leader. You're not just a leader. For you to be a leader, you have to do things, you have to do things that are right. So I have to look at you and say, this thing was given to you. So that means you were competent to do this job. Here I see my leader beating the traffic. I accosted him, and guess what he said? I was late.
So why did you even go
So
late?
the point now was that you already know the timing of what you are supposed to do. But you see this normal thing in Nigeria where we beat the traffic. Okay, there's no road safety, there's no all those stuff that will catch them on the road. Because most of the time, when I notice that they're not beating traffic, when I look ahead or I look behind, I know that road safety is somewhere very close.
Definitely, definitely.
And sometimes we don't even understand the lights. We don't know when it's get ready to go. We don't know when it's get ready to stop. So the thing here is that we have Nigerians who just decide to take the key and they just drive. So they don't understand anything about driving. They don't know that they should go to driving school first. Parents should send their kids to driving school. If they pass it, then they now start getting the license. Because when you go to driving school, they give you pointers. You cannot beat the traffic. Most accidents in Abuja is caused by traffic lights. And the thing now is that Abuja Road is fantastic. So I'm very happy with discussing this because right now there are different people from different parts of Nigeria who are in Nigeria,
Abuja.
in Abuja. And guess what? They don't understand what it means to stop at the traffic light. And it's going to be a big menace if we don't try to stop it.
Something that has become a growing trend in Abuja and is extremely dangerous and augurs worse for us than even beating traffic lights is driving against traffic.
It's crazy.
It has
It's
become
crazy.
the norm. It used to be that whenever the Nyanya Maraba axis gets choked up, out of desperation, people will hop on bikes and the bikes will use the other lane. I used to kind of get that because sometimes a trailer will fall, block the road, people are sitting there into the AMs. I used to get that. But now it has gradually crept into the main city, such that that airport road axis, for instance, that is smooth as silk, wide as you please. I think it's like 4 lanes on each side and everything. You find bikes driving against traffic. You find commercial vehicles, particularly driving against traffic. And what are they doing? They're running away from VIO. They're running away from road safety, either because they've been asked to bring their paperwork or something, or they. And another issue sometimes is they want to take a shortcut because when it's a highway, before you get a break where you can make a U-turn, it becomes a challenge. So they resort to driving against traffic in that same. And to me, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know who's supposed to be in charge of that in Abuja. I don't know if it's an AMAC thing. I don't know if it's an FC. I don't know who. They have failed us woefully in that regard. Maybe they're waiting for the day that one really, because Abuja is the land of big men now. Maybe they're waiting. Yes, because when you want to try and implement what the law says, somebody will come out and slap their chest and ask you if you know who I am and all this kind of rubbish. So maybe they are waiting for the day one big man will be involved in a very senseless accident before they wake up. But I've noticed that it is escalating. I even have videos because anytime I encounter it, I use my videos.
Yes.
To grab this footage.
Yes.
And you don't see anything being done about it. Sometimes I think maybe whether the road safety or whoever it is, whether they're overwhelmed.
The problem
sometimes they just stand there.
Sorry to butt in. It's very good you just said this, and you're saying commercial vehicles and all that. The problem in Abuja right now is that I don't think road safety they're doing their job. I don't think VIO they're doing their job because most of the time they concentrate on paper to make money and all that, and they forget those things. Do you know the commercial vehicle is beating doing one way. Road safety is doing one way. Then the problem
You
now
know,
is
when I
that
see road
all the
safety
big
doing it, I
it's-
assume that there's an emergency
there's no
and they have to do
emergency.
it.
There's no emergency. So
It's
the
wrong.
thing now is that the problem now in Abuja, like you said, do you know who I am? So all the big men, because if you look at the what do you call it, the plate numbers, is either from this place, either is this place, so nobody can stop them. So what I expected road safety and VIO to do, they should do a lot of what do you call it? Is it they should go on talk shows. Yeah, they can go
But
on.
these people know
But
that
no,
this
the
thing is
point
wrong.
here is that they have to stop.
It's
See,
because I
they're
personally
not-
think it's because
yeah.
there are no consequences.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that
in
is
this
why at the
country
end
of
of the
ours,
day,
you get
sometimes
away
you
with
have to
almost
come back
anything.
to governance.
Yeah, you get away with almost
So,
anything.
I've been listening to all of us, and
Yeah.
I just took out something. I was waiting for somebody to say it, and it didn't happen. That means it's not possible. Every single scenario you have painted, none says it was okay. Our president now is Tinubu. None says that it was Tinubu that did it, or governor of a
It
state
can be.
that did it, or local government
us,
that
the
did it.
people.
It is
Us, the people.
So it is we who are the citizens that
Yeah.
are breaking the laws.
Yes.
No, but we've already said
Accidents,
that.
yes,
Yes.
accidents happen
Yeah. It's us.
because we're driving one way, like you said,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, we haven't killed Mr. President. We have
No.
killed ourselves.
Yes.
And we'll sit back and still condemn the government
No.
for doing this.
Government has
No, but let me tell you where
Government has
government.
blame.
Let me tell you where government
Yes.
has a blame.
yes.
Please, you said, why are they beating traffic? Have you seen the government convoys? It is scary because I had an experience where there was an accident because the other guy who had the right of way didn't know somebody was going to break the traffic. And I sit down, I say, okay, if your drivers are silly, you are supposed to be responsible. If you tell your drivers and your convoy, you don't beat the traffic for crying out loud, how many seconds? That's it, max. So when I see Oga sitting down at the back of their cars and watching these drivers who don't know what is right or what is wrong, because I always tell people that people in governance tend to do trainings for the people who already know and never do trainings for the supposed low cadre people. This time around, we should concentrate on training the low cadre and stop spending too much money for people who already know.